Hey everybody, welcome to day 20 where we're going to be talking about how to resolve some of the conflicts that come up between your ideas as we're putting them into the outline. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already, and then whatever it is you're drinking today, for me, still on just regular coffee, go ahead and grab a cup, cozy up, and let's get to writing. While you've been pulling ideas from your old ideas document and putting them into the new outline, all getting them into order and ready for the story, you have definitely had multiple ideas that do not mesh well, that definitely are not going to work at the same time in the story. And so we're going to talk today about how big of a roadblock that is, and also how we're going to overcome it. A couple of strategies that we can use to A, determine which scene and which idea is worth keeping, or B, whether we can make them work together. And if you do have to cut a couple of your ideas loose, we're going to talk about how to come to terms with that. So the first thing that I would recommend is to try to find a way that your conflicting ideas might be able to coexist so that maybe you can keep both of them. The boat that I'm in is that I have one male character and two female characters who I think he'd be really good with. And ultimately I could put them in a love triangle and that would solve the problem. I could have one person in love with two others, but I kind of don't really do love triangles. And so maybe there's some other creative way that maybe he likes one to begin with and then could like the other one more later and leave the first one, or maybe he's just gonna like one of them. So 2 days ago we talked about making a list, if two of our scenes conflicted, of pros and cons for which one we'd rather have, which I still want you guys to think about doing. So if one of them is going to have a really emotional impact, that should be the one that you keep. Or if the other one is going to be so action-packed and going to give your readers a lot of anticipation for the ending, maybe that's the one you should keep. But I really encourage you to, before you try to pick one of them, try to brainstorm ways that the ideas could coexist. Because like for me, I already have scenes written where I think he is so good with girl A, but then I have another scene written where he's actually so awesome with girl B. And so I either have to find a way to make both of those coexist or one of them has to go. Those are really the only two options. So if one of the scenes does have to go, just know that the idea will always be there and you can always come back and revisit it later. So there may be times either later in the book or maybe in a different story, but if the scene was really good and either emotionally impactful or something that you know is going to go over really well with the reader, it's always something that you can keep for later. I can't tell you how many times I deleted entire scenes and either I didn't miss them or I did miss them and I found ways to put them into my writing later, even in completely different books. If it was a really good idea, it stuck around. So today's homework is to take that outline list that we've been working on for the last couple of days, and we're going to try to clean it up and take the ideas that are a little bit messy, that are a little bit conflicting and not making a lot of sense. We're going to try to make those into a storyline that makes sense and moves all the way forward from beginning to end without any issues, without any conflicts where the ideas can't mesh together. So run through what you've got for your list, see where ideas are not working out well together, and then try to come up with ways that either they can coexist or take one of them out. I'm gonna jump off and do the same, so if you haven't hit that subscribe button below, go ahead and hit it now, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 21 of the 60-day novel writing challenge.